But how was it then? Yeah, you had, maybe we can discuss, when did you have to open the book again? Was it
when we got asked to do a reunion gig at the Big Chill?
what was your initial? Did you immediately wanted to do that, or was it a sort of?
I liked the idea, but until I've spoken to Paul, if you know, we've both got to want to do it, haven't we? And I found the idea quite fun. Definitely.
You too?
I kind of started missing it slowly. You know, it's like sort of going along in a car. You can't really see the car. You get out of the car and the car drives off, and you get a clear view of, oh, that's what the car looked like. Do you know what I mean? I had to kind of step out of Orbital, watch it drift off into the distance, and go, okay, that's what we left behind. That's quite interesting.
Well, you got off at the wrong place.
And, you know, no, I just got off. There was a truck stop. I had to stop.
Yeah.
But I needed a wee. Yeah. But it's, you know, you kind of, you know, you see it for what it is. And, you know, I went to see the Chemical Brothers and saw a big kind of, you know, a show similar to the kind of thing we were doing. And I thought, I can see, yeah, I've put something down that maybe I shouldn't have. Do you know what I mean? Because it was just the sort of richness of having 10 years of music behind them and hearing sort of hit after hit, you know, well-known tune after, you know, and having had done my own thing and only been able to play the album and not really having much, you know, no backstory to it. It's like, yeah, it is actually quite a valuable thing to have a band with a history, and it's something that you shouldn't put down lightly. And I thought, I wonder if that was the right thing, you know. Which I still think it was. We had to stop doing it in order for it to be fresh again. But that was a trigger that made me think maybe maybe we should come back to that one day. But then that took another 2 years for the Big Chill to ask us to do it, and that was the day that, okay, maybe it's time to pick this up again.
Was the stepping out of Orbital, the Orbital car, a long enough rest for you? Was it just?
Yeah, it must have been. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done it again.
5 years, life's too short. Yeah. If we'd left it too much.
But you know, there was no master. Sorry, go on.
No, that's it.
Sorry, I did interrupt you.
Well, you did, yeah, but that's all right. We do it all the time to beat each other.
But it was never a master plan. No, we'd do a reunion gig, then we'd do an album or anything like that. It just grew from that one gig, basically.
I mean, I'm not being funny. I didn't expect anyone would even want us back.
Yeah, we'd go really to people, you know.
So was it a surprise that there was still so much attention?
Well, yeah, that's what's encouraging. It was like the warmth and the love from the people and playing the music. It was like, blown away, which is like.
It's still there. It's
and here we are.
Like, you know,
and do you know what I mean?
I know, it's
sold out gig in Milkveg, you know, it's like...
And in the AB in Belgium, you know, people haven't forgotten us in these places where we used to do, you know, have quite a strong following in Holland and Belgium. And it's still there. It's sold out really quicker than some of the gigs in the UK.
But are there still people then from the generation that maybe love it from the early days, or is it?
It's interesting, really interesting, because we've done, like Paul said, like these are the first European dates we've done on this tour, Belgium yesterday, and so yesterday there were a lot of young people, weren't there, and a lot more girls, interestingly enough, because you know majority of our audience tend to be boys. Do you know what I mean?
And you notice lots of girls.
Well, you do notice they stick out like a sore thumb. It's like, oh no, it's my mum. You know, it's like, you know, and so, but that's just a point of observation. Do you know what I mean? But throughout the British tour, you know, some cities there were a lot more noticeable young people, but it sort of ranges from our age, them bringing their children. You know, there's like on Facebook, there's a young girl that's going, oh, my dad used to listen to you and he's taking me along to the gig. And then she went to the gig and absolutely loved it.
People start liking it. And,
yeah, so, you know,
okay.
Yeah.
Can you recall the first session that you had maybe sat back together to actually write something? Can you maybe, I'll ask the both of you, what did maybe change due to the previous time that you wrote together?
To write something, or to just get the live set together?
No, to write actually songs for the new album. For
the new album, because we did do a couple of tracks before that. We did The Gun Is Good,
Don't Stop,
and Don't Stop Me before that. That just felt like testing the water there. I think sitting down to write this album felt like the first proper step. And basically, we just set ourselves up with a fresh environment. We hired a little room. We took some favourite toys in there and sat down and spent a good 2 weeks kind of plugging things in and discussing what we thought the album should be like. And then we got a big roll of paper and drew a plan, like a map, a musical map of how we wanted it to ebb and flow, and stuck that on the wall. And then, you know, so it took a while. I think we were quite tentative at first, but we wanted a nice plan so that we knew, you know, how it was going to go. It's just nice to sort of know, rather than just going, let's just start. Well, I don't know where to start, you know.